Hey folks, Micah McGee here. Today we're going to look at the corn that wasn't fertilized. It wasn't fertilized this year. It wasn't fertilized last year. We have grown corn in this field every year for the past 5 years. Never took a break and grew a different crop. Now, we did grow some potatoes on this end of the field, but we never used fertilizer except for one thing, and that's crimson clover, and you know that because you've been following us for the past few years. Crimson clover is the ticket. I can touch 8 foot easy. This corn is at least 9 foot tall without fertilizer, and it's not even close to coming into tassel yet. Now, I must admit that is because of the variety of corn. You're not going to have this kind of result. You're not going to grow 12 or 14 foot tall corn with an 80 and 90 day corn. You're just not going to do it. But this here is an old open pollinated variety that's just simply going to get tall if it has the nutrition. The only way for this corn to be short is for it to not have the nitrogen, the potash, and the stuff it needs. I do see a little ear starting right here, and one starting right here. So this has at least got 2 ears starting out. But anyway, Farmall Fanatic made a video the very day that I put mine out, challenging him to raise crimson clover. And I want to say right now, thank you so much for going over to his channel and hounding him about it. I went through several videos of his, and I found y'all's comments in every video I checked out. It was incredible. I'm blown away, actually. He had one person come over and comment on my channel. So I think I've got better followers than he's got. Maybe not, but I think I do. And he told his people to come over there and tell me that beans were far superior. In the beginning of the video, he called it a controversy or something along the lines of controversy. It's not controversial whatsoever. Something been digging. Wow, something dug a hole right here, and I do believe it was a turkey. Turkey been taking a dust bath right there. Wow. That don't hurt my feelings none. I saw turkeys here when I pulled in just now. I think they're eating my soybeans up. Here's how many tons per acre he said the soybeans is going to give his crop, and then he said something that really I have said before. The thing that bothers me the most about
he seems to think crimson clover is the ticket. I think soybeans. Now, from my research and best recollection, soybeans are going to leave you the following year about 15 pounds of nitrogen plus or minus a couple. That ain't too bad. It's free nitrogen, ready to use for your corn plant. Now, having said that, you're going to still have to add quite a bit of nitrogen. But he says, put crimson clover in, turn that under, and boom, no chemical fertilizer. I'm going to leave a link down below his channel. You go give him a peace of mind. You know what I mean? Let him know what you think. Soybeans or crimson clover prior to planting corn the following year.
Well, I don't have a way to just dig down in the soil and test it here and tell you how much nitrogen I got out of my clover. But when I look it up, I see that it's possible to get a whopping 100 pounds per acre of nitrogen. There's no wonder that I can do this year after year after year without growing a other summer crop in there. You know, the soybean deal could be considered great if it outproduced clover, but the fact that you have to grow it in warm weather throughout the growing season hurts. You grow the clover in the fall and winter and spring. You plow it under in the spring at full bloom, and you get the maximum nitrogen harvest, and boom, put that stuff in there. You put it in the ground, it's going to grow unbelievable. The color of this corn is just stellar. Absolutely stellar. It will absolutely blow your mind. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. He didn't sound too convinced that clover was the way to go, because at the end of the video, he said this.
McGee Homesteading Adventures. Go check him out. Tell him what you think as far as nitrogen in the ground.
have to hit him again. What I need you to do is go over there and comment to his video. If all of you that hit him up last time would hit him again, I think he'll give in. I don't think he can handle the pressure. The old boy needs to plant crimson clover in the worst way. If he would just plant a test strip, say 30 feet wide, down the whole side of his field, and plant the rest with his soybeans or whatever, the results will be so astounding. They'll probably outperform what he fertilized with fertilizer plus the soybeans. So here's what I'm saying. The proof is in the pudding. Right here, 6 foot and 2 inches plus some, no fertilizer. I cultivated this field 2 times, and I barely got the second cultivation in before it got too tall because it just kept raining and raining. And I had to get in here and cultivate it pretty damp just before a windstorm hit, and it rained again. So anyway, you can see for yourself. The way my dad used to phrase it, anybody with one eye and half a brain can look and see the difference. It's unreal. Look how long that leaf is. We are going to be making some serious silage out of this. And that's the reason I want it so tall, is because we can make silage with it. So we need the stalk, the leaves, the corn, every part of it. So folks, if this ain't having fun, I don't know what fun is. So before I close out this video, I'm going to pan this camera around and show you my soybean field. It was a potato field. Now, thanks to Farmall Fanatic, we've got ourselves a soybean field. Some of you remember I tried Berseem clover on this end of this field. It frosted. The first frost killed it. It was unbelievable. I got out here January, and I just happened to hit a dry enough time that I could get in and disc it. I had to be careful. And I got my crimson clover in there in January. That's pretty late. And by the time that it was time for me to be plowing, early in May, mid-May, it was that deep and blooming. So I'm going to say, if Mr. Farmall could get it in just as soon as he gets his soybean crop picked up, or his corn crop, whichever, maybe he should do it in his corn crop. That way he knows that land has been depleted of nitrogen, and that way he will get the full. It'll be eye-opening for the old boy, I'll tell you that right now, because I have got real-world experience having a field that was depleted in nitrogen and the very next year have a bumper crop. So let's hit him up, folks. Let's show him that McGee Homestead Adventure has got it figured out about corn growing, nitrogen, and it's all about the crimson clover. Don't try white, don't try red, crimson, and definitely not Berseem. So we're going to get out of here, folks. We hope you have a great day. I really appreciate you enjoying this and participating in this. But we're going to get on out of here. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.